Okay, so I said I was going to do them daily, but that seems to be impractical. So I'll do them when I can do them. But I just want to say, even though I haven't been providing the updates, a lot has happened. So this is roughly where we were last time. And since then, I'll just keep hitting page up. You can see that I've made probably, I don't know, 350 commits or something, dealing with mostly cleaning data. And that process is essentially the reconciliation, making sure that it makes sense. But then I've also corrected bugs. I found new things that were wrong, and I've created tests for them. So huge amount of work's been done since last time. Um, and uh, Obviously, because there's so many commits, I'm not going to go through them because the video would be ridiculously long. So what I'm going to talk about instead is high level what I've done, where we're at, and what's happening next. So uh, first off, let's look at this info that's down here. So this is produced every time I run my tests, which happens anytime I do a keystroke. It'll just rerun the tests. And when that happens, it takes this comment count, it correlates it with today's date, and then it tries to estimate when this number is going to hit 0. And that's what this is. And as you can see, this is skyrocketed since our last dev update. And that is because most of the work that I've done didn't reduce the number of comment lines. Now, the reason why this comment line count matters is because if I go into the stochastic data, each of the records here that I haven't yet processed is a comment. So this comment line count is representing the stochastic data primarily that I need to process. And also you may notice that the progress percentage has actually gone down, and that's because a lot of the work that I've done has made the code line count go down because I've refactored, I've made things simpler, made things more concise. So it's a little counterintuitive that this has gone up, that's gone down, and yet I'm claiming progress, but I am. I need to have some other kind of metric that represents what I'm doing. Anyway, in order to bring this down, one of the things that I was doing is I would find, I'd run a search for lines that did start with the comment symbol, that hash pound operator thing. And I also use this little tag to make my tester not worry about um, files that are non-compliant in terms of the line length. So if I remove this for a moment, you'll see it'll complain that this file has a line that's over length. So I had these, and they were living throughout many of the files because I had stuff that was going too long. So one of the things that I've done in the past week is making the files compliant enough. So this is the program files as well as the Civilized AI data files, so that they didn't need this tag here that prevents an error being thrown on um, the test. So that's one of the things that's happened. That did bring the comment lines down marginally, but like in the scheme of things, it's nothing compared to 100,000. So yeah. Anyway, so that's happened. And the good thing about that is that, yeah, let me just get rid of this on the side, bring this all the way up here, clear that, and let's produce the statements. Oh, that's going to need to zoom out, I think. So, um, so yeah, with some of the work that I've done in the past week, I have made it that the system produces the results that match the old system that I had for Civilized AI, and I was using that as a way to test that it operates correctly. And I found bugs, and I corrected them, and that reconciliation between the old system and the new system is done. And so the next thing I need to do is now, like these numbers are not quite right, but they're not quite right for a different reason in that this is for the year 2025, which hasn't happened yet, and also it doesn't include data that wasn't in the records before I did all this process. So the next thing I need to do is I need to reconcile the statements to reality by referring to the bank account and all the rest of it. And once I've done that, then I can do all the tax stuff for Civilized AI and possibly even wind down that company so I can just focus on Stochastia. Once I've done that, then I'll be tackling that big chunk of 100,000 plus Stochastia records, and we'll start to see that estimate come down. But the good news is progress is being made, bugs have been fixed, tests have been written. We have a working accounting system right now, at least for Australian dollars. We have to test it more for multiple currency compliance. But yeah, it's working. And again, this update's now going on too long. But there we go. And I'll do the next update when it makes sense to do the next one. And I'll try to make that sooner than later. But yeah, there we go. Thank you if you have watched this video to this point. Bye bye.